Okay, 2025 in the bag. What I carried last year, what I will be carrying for the 2026 season. I'm gonna do a quick show you what I have, and that'll be in the bag in like a minute and a half, and then I'll dive in deeper after that. So stick around if you want to hear all that, and if you don't, that's totally fine. Putters are the same. Throwing putter. We've got a range, a vessel, and a slammer. We've got a paradox, an M5, a hex, a reactor, matrix, pyro. I've got a function, a pair of rhythms, T-Bird 3, 2 Nordic Phenoms, and a fireball, a wave, photon, rive. That's pretty good actually. That was a minute and 9 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to jump in. Same putters as last season, and I've really enjoyed the Envy. I think the Envy's a good putter for me. Just a tad more overstable doesn't hurt. But last season wasn't great for putting, so I'd like to work on that this year, and I've got a couple strategies in mind. Throwing putter, Envy. This is a great throwing putter. I like the Electron more. I just find it easier to grip, easier to throw, and less height, less dome. I find the premium Envies can have about a millimeter more height, and it's noticeable in the hand more than anything else. But I don't actually throw the Envy very much because it's kind of an in between my range off the tee as well as my mids, so it's kind of in like the 270 distance. This season I have added a legit approach lineup to my bag, discs that go about 220 to 240, and I think I could see that helping my game a lot in the long run. I've always had a zone which goes like 240. This year I swapped it out for the Vessel, but to start that all off, I did buy a range. I didn't know what to expect from a range. I thought it would be a good disc to have, well, a good disc to explore. Was this in the bag last year? I don't think it was. I think it's new. And what surprised me about it is it was very easy for me to understand the flight of it. I love the flight of the Berg, but I couldn't release it clean because it was a little too deep. And this disc here is just natural. I threw it forehand, backhand, and it just does what I want it to do. It holds the angle well. So I love the range, especially the signature run. I find they're just a touch more stable. And if I could make one critique about the range, it would be that it's just a tad too straight. But I mean, I'd love to layer it. I'd love to have one that's a good half tick more stable. I also, because of the thumb track, tried the Vessel and loved it and tossed the Zone out of the bag. And I have a couple backup Vessels now as well. And this is a great disc. It's just maybe a tad more overstable than a Zone, but not by much and not enough to even matter. So I did realize though that I wanted something even more overstable. So I had the Zone OS in my bag for a while, but I was missing the thumb track. So I picked up a slammer, and it flies exactly like a Zone OS from the brief time I had both of them in the field. And I love it. It's got the thumb track, feels great in the hand, love the plastic. Okay, so I'll park new discs behind me here, and then we can see how many discs I added to the bag. Mids. I do have too many mids, I know that, but I upgraded to the Legend this year because the Lore, well, I tried the Legend for a while and I was so impressed with it that I just got rid of my Lore. It's more comfortable than the Lore. It does not feel heavier, even though I carry, I don't know, like 4 or 5 more discs, if not more, and then all of my stuff as well. Very comfortable bag. So yeah. Because of that, I do carry a lot of mids, and I don't care. Have the Paradox. Tore my bicep a little bit in October. I do say a little bit because it wasn't too bad. took about maybe 3 months to really heal. And I was a lefty for about 2 to 3 weeks, which was really fun. Really fun playing as a lefty. Also, very, very frustrating at times. So Paradox is in the bag because of that. I don't throw it very much anymore, and if I lost it, I don't even think I'd replace it. But it's a fun disc to have. Also have the M5, which flies like a Detour in my mind. The Detour might be a tad flippier, but this disc is incredible, and it's really flat. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters wider than my Hex. That's at least my guess. I don't know if that's true or not, but just that little bit wider. And my Mana was kicked out of my bag in favor of the Detour, and now the Detour has been replaced with the M5. Hex, still in the bag. Reactor. Yeah, that's a fun one. I was bagging the Reactor for a while and got rid of it because I thought the Matrix was a better Reactor. But the Reactor is actually much closer to the Hex than it is the Matrix. But let me see how to put it. I took this to the field and I compared it to my Hexes. It's not much more overstable, like barely noticeable, but it goes about 10 to 20 feet further, backhand and forehand. So because of that, I'm keeping it in the bag. I want to know if that's really true, like true on the course. It's true in the field. I don't know if it'll be true on the course. So I'll be bagging it for this next little bit. Matrix, of course, and the Pyro. For my lefty days, I still have the Function. It's very fun, easy to throw for how flippy it is. Rhythm and a fresh one is just a tad more stable. T-Bird 3, a pair of Nordic Phenoms that fly the same. I just know I should be throwing this disc more. And my Fireball. I love the Fireball. Great disc. Wave is still in the bag. Great flip-up disc. This is new, an R2 Photon, and it flies like how I would expect the Wave to fly. Now, I probably am not understanding the Wave well enough, or maybe that's how I've had waves fly for me in the past, but this is like a better Wave. I'm referring to obviously a premium plastic like Neutron or Proton Wave. So this is great forehand, great backhand. And then 3 Rives, a lighter one, a fresh one, and then a Project Grip one, which is pretty overstable. And that's my bag. So hope everyone has fun this season. I am hoping to play a few more tournaments, maybe flex tournaments, and actually do have a couple more discs to show you. Octane, a longer Fission Wave. Got a Thunderbird from Colby. I think this could be a really good disc. So I'll try it in the field a little more. That's everything. Alright, have fun guys. Bye.